See.
I
Hit
see you did it.
record. We have started.
Oh, BT Dubs, you have to give me permission to post images in that channel. I do not have permission.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, wow, a lot of people immediately joined.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Hey, how's it going?
Welcome. Thanks a lot for joining.
Maybe I'm having a lot of fun today with this. I love talking about Gumball. I absolutely do.
And
Nice.
I love this especially because we're going to be talking about specific entries into a contest, which means we've got. I would say we can call out specific points and then we can discuss those points in detail, and that's probably what's going to end up happening.
Yeah, probably.
Yep, I'm kind of used to more of the podcast genre, the podcast, media. What's the word I'm looking for?
Yeah, the media format.
I would call it a media format, sure. Yeah. The issue is, podcasts are a completely audio media. I'm not sure if you were aware of that. I found that out recently, that nobody can see me whenever I'm recording. I was disappointed. I try to keep my appearance up to certain standards when we record, and so nobody could appreciate that. And I'm okay with it, but the issue is we haven't been able to talk about any of the stuff on the podcast that we are looking at. We could finally do that here. I'm like super psyched about it.
Yeah,
it's a good platform.
It's cool.
I like this being able to. I wish there was screen share.
Agreed.
Or
yep.
Video option in the stages. That would make stages a lot better.
Oh man, it really would. Yep.
But these are still really good as of right now. So
this is still a very early feature too, so that may come in the future.
True.
That's true. That's a good point.
So, Summer Squads contest. We had...
Yeah, let's talk about the concept behind the contest.
Well, that's pretty easy. The concept behind the contest was build a squad. Whether it is with people, and you each make one model, or yourself and you build a squad by yourself. Either way.
So in total, there was 5 final submissions for 5 squads. Every last one of them looks really good.
Oh, they look fantastic. We're going to cover every individual squad here as well. I want to kind of talk about each one individually. They all have their merits. They are all fantastic. These things freaking, oh geez, they look awesome. And why is this squad 3? Why 3? Do you have a reason for that?
I believe the rules stated 3 or more.
Yep. Is there like a Build Fighters callback on that one for 3?
No, just a minimum of 3. It was just kind of off the cuff because 2 is kind of just like a pair.
Yeah,
3,
okay, I see.
3 or more, I feel like, is a squad. It could have been more. Somebody could have done 4, 5, 6.
1 entry was 4, so yeah, that makes sense. Cool.
Yeah, we had 27 people sign up. Or 27 submissions to sign up. But only 5 people submitted final entries.
I kind of get it.
5 teams, not 5 people, just to correct you there.
Sorry, 5 teams,
right.
Which I think is 7 people.
Not bad. Okay. Consider the amount of time it takes to build 3 or more kits.
True.
It's kind of impressive that many people were able to finish the challenge in the allotted time. So really good job to everybody who entered, and maybe the people who weren't able to finish their entries before the deadline. Totally understand it. Don't feel bad about that. This contest was, you're biting off a lot when you sign up for something like this.
Yeah, 3 kits, and the ones we got with the customization and painting and stuff, very put in the work. They put in the work.
For real. Yep, they for real did.
I was very impressed.
What do you say? You want to jump in? Let's post the squads into the Summer Squads.
Well, who do you want to start with?
I really want to start with SMAS 02. 02?
Right. The one that is this one right here.
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
When you think
posted that image there.
Check this out. We've got an Easy 8, we've got a Jim ground type, we've got a Gundam ground type. When you consider a squad, is there a more iconic squad than the 3 lead mecha, quote unquote, from 8th MS team? These are mobile suits which in the TV show canon operated in squads in most cases. So yeah. I freaking love to see this, because not only do we have an actual squad of squad type mobile suits, but you also have dioramas. You've got photography in nature, which makes the kits look bigger, and you've got dynamic poses and battle damage. And this is the kind of thing that they're sort of advanced techniques. They represent additional effort put into the kits, and I was super psyched to see it. 8th MS team is one of my favorite series.
Yeah, it's the thing that I really like that they chose design-wise is that they chose to add a lot of battle damage to it. And the whole thing about the 8th MS team was that it was a very gritty story.
Oh yeah, it was
and
gritty
and
grimy.
How they went that direction with this. That you could see the battle damage on the Easy 8 torn apart from the chest all to the shoulder, and not so much on the Jim, but you can see the dirt all over the ground combat Gundam there.
Yep.
You can see, I guess not in this sort of image here that we took from there. This is a smash up of a bunch of 3 images, one of each of the ones that were submitted. As I butcher my words throughout that, I swear on Mike's honest. It's not cutting up there.
Yeah, this image is a compilation of 3 separate images because this squad was built by 3 different people.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why there's not a original image of all 3 kits together.
And that actually is one of my favorite parts about this entry, that three people came together, said, when you think of a squad, you think of 8th MS team. They put together this ground type squad, and it's just such a cool online community event. I don't know. I just love it. I think these kind of online community things don't happen very often, and whenever they do, you have something really special here.
Yeah. We will be trying to do some more of these.
Yes, I would.
More, a little bit more frequently. We have to try to time things so that other people also doing build contests, they don't overlap or interfere with each other.
I think the best analogy I can put with this is it's setting up something like this, like an online event with a community, is akin to that of trying to schedule a D&D game.
Oh yeah,
it's pretty hard. It's a giant pain, but it's well worth it.
Yep. Totally get that. There's the other thing is I've been in a situation where I've had to enter multiple contests one after another, and that is a stressful situation. If you're working on 2 separate entries, one for IPMS and one for GBWC, how do you got to keep everything straight, but you've also got to do some project management to make sure that everything gets done. So yeah, totally get the scheduling concerns with that.
Yeah, the way we scheduled this one is there was a contest that was just ending just before ours started.
Yeah, okay.
One of Zacharelius'
keep the momentum up.
Yeah, yep. So we're just like, okay, so that contest is ending. I don't really see any other ones, so we'll announce ours. It's going to be then. And then I think another one got announced too right at the same time. But
yeah, right. Well, that's their fault. The best defense is a good offense, I guess. Yeah. There you go.
Either way, yes, back to the entry. I agree. Iconic squad.
Yep.
I love the dioramas. The photography, there was only those 3 images. I would have liked.
Was it only those 3 images?
Yeah. all of the images for each entry are in that channel.
Yep.
And it was SMA, S2, and it was just those 3 entries.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was just.
You're not. I'm gonna actually take the entry out here for the ground combat because it doesn't really do it justice. I think it's because it's cropped so much. So I'm gonna take that and show that out first. If you guys are okay with that.
Oh yeah, that would be great.
Go for
because
it.
I remember seeing all the mud that's kind of worked into that gun there.
And the fact of the matter is that I don't know if it's very clearly done in that cropped image there, but what they did there is that they did their diorama all on a square piece of what looks like wood, and it's so well done.
And look at those scale logs. Like, you've got chopped down, blasted apart logs, but you've also got. I hate to say this because I'm going to sound like a rivet counter, right? The correct color of mud, like, well, they didn't have this kind of mud on the Western Front in 1942, like blah blah blah, etc. But no, I mean, what you have here is weathering that really makes the kit fit into the environment, and I love to see it. If you've got a tank and you get your mud color wrong and you put it on a diorama base, it's going to look weird, right? With the wrong mud color. This kit though, the weathering on this thing, it just works. Like it looks like he's been out in the elements looking for the right target for that giant, 160 millimeter cannon or whatever. And he's just kind of scanning the horizon there. Yeah, I just really like this kind of this style, like this gritty, grimy 8th MS team style. I love to see it, and I really appreciate this entry a lot.
I'm gonna go ahead and post the other 2 ones there because I do want to talk about the battle damage on that EZ8 and how that was done there. As soon as it loads, that is.
Right. As I was saying, like, there were only these 3 images. I would have liked to see a few more pictures, maybe some that were a little bit closer to show off some of the details.
Yeah.
Other angles, perhaps. Just to see the kits better. But from what we can see, there was effort put into them. Like you said, great basing. Pretty good weathering.
Yeah.
Across all 3 from 3 different people. Good teamwork.
I love the teamwork. Hey, it's Summer Squads, and you've created a squad of people that made a squad of mobile suits. That's really cool. Yeah. Great job on this one.
Did the thing. The thing was done.
You did the thing. You've accomplished the goal. We gave you a goal, and you did the goal. Wonderful. Good goaling.
Good goaling.
Good goaling, everyone. Well goaled. Fantastic.
All right. Which one would you like to talk about next? I have a feeling it's going to be one with hair.
Let's talk about hair. Gunpla and hair very commonly intersect. And I want to see more of that. And it's not because robots have hair, it's because hair apparently looks real cool on Gunpla, especially I don't know, I feel like if you got kind of more elderly sort of themed Gunpla, and maybe they're like a Van Halen cover band, but like they actually work as accountants during the day, and then at night, they go off to bars and play whatever music they want to play. We got an entry called Twisted Grandpas, and I want to talk about that entry because this is one of my favorites, honestly. Twisted Grandpas, man, check this out. When I mentioned Van Halen, sort of, but honestly, this person's a Van Halen fan, right? Like, obviously, look at the hair, you've got a guitar, you got a drummer, you got a lead singer, and one of the things that I loved whenever I first looked at this thing, it is the variation between the 3 kits. You've got two tiger pattern pants, I guess, but then you got a leopard pattern, right?
Yep.
You've got different shades of pink and tan and gray, and you've got different locations on the blues and the blacks and the pinks and the greens, and it's just the whole thing is so neon. I just feel like I'm looking at something that like this could show up in a Build Fighter show. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I could see this.
Yeah.
100%.
Absolutely. My eyes immediately get like fixated on the green and one in the middle. Like
it's so
neon,
dude.
That neon green is just it works so well. And the placements of where they had it in there, it works. It really does.
It seriously does. And it's just like there's just something about this trio that works together. Squads are all about working together. Also, who knew the Blash beam cannon from the RX-78 looks so much like a guitar? Look, I'm learning things every day. Like that's real cool.
I love the color choices. It totally looks like a hair metal band. You said Van Halen. I was gonna go with Twisted Sister because
yes,
Twisted Grandpa's Twisted Sister. I could totally see the one in pink being Dee Snider.
Mm-hmm. Could have like a Motley Crue kind of look too. It's sort of a weird.
Yeah, they all looked very similar.
Mm-hmm. I love it. But I think they captured the genre. Whoever, honestly, this is somebody who understands the hair metal genre because of the animal print, because of the instruments, But you love gunplay, you love hair metal. Let's clash the two together, and here we are. Not the Clash. It doesn't look like the Clash.
Not the Clash. Not at all.
Separate situation.
Yeah, no, I enjoy this entry. Very creative. Plenty of pictures on this one.
There are. Which ones do you want to talk about first? Just, do you want to go to any specific one? They all work just together.
Yeah, they do.
Well. We don't need to break it out.
I'm sorry.
The individual pictures just don't do the entry justice. With any squad, like sure. When you enter a contest, especially if you have multiple models on your entry. If we talk about IPMS, for example, every individual kit has to win, right? Like you're gonna effectively be judged by the lowest quality of all the kits you enter. Judging tactic, by the way, for IPMS, and honestly for any Gunpla contest, right? If you're gonna have multiple kits on your diorama, make sure that all of your kits are of the same quality, the same high quality. But in this case, what you get is synergistic. The three together looks better than the individual ones. Any one of them apart. It's my favorite part of the entry.
How was it put in the How I Met Your Mother?
Have you met Ted?
No, I think they call it the cheerleader effect.
Yeah.
Is it the thing, the Woo Girl corollary?
That was the one before this.
Oh, I see.
The cheerleader effect is where one doesn't look. It looks fine on its own, but when they're together, they all look a lot more attractive.
It's maybe the law of, it's the inverse law of conservation of ninjutsu, right? Because one ninja is more powerful than a group of ninjas. In this case, the group is more powerful than the. No, it doesn't work.
The sum is greater than the whole. Right. No, the sum is greater than the parts. Yeah, that's the traditional way to say it instead of cheerleader effect.
I just really love it. It's just it's so creative. This I have never not only have I never seen this before, but I've never thought about this before. This is not a thought that has graced my brain pan. Like what the hell? Who also first, you're insane. Second, you're a genius. I love it. Well done.
And exactly, John Loon. A whole pie is better than a slice.
Pie.
Where are we going next?
I was gonna say, I was just gonna say, technical things. Couple little technical things about this. I think the paint job is good. The paint job is good.
I love it.
Like
the neon just freaking punches me right in the face.
Yes, the colors are great.
Yep.
The what's the word? I'm thinking the concept. The colors are great.
Yep.
The concept is great. The actual paint job is good.
Yep.
I want to ask a question here, and I want to ask this. what do you two think that did they give details onto what scale that was? Whether that was master grade,
Well, they don't have
high
to.
grade, or entry
This
grade?
is high grade.
No,
It's
no.
easily high grade. You can tell. So look at the hands. The hands are the key.
Oh yeah, the Twisted Grandpas. That's 3 high grade RX 78s. 3 different high grade RX 78s.
Ah, that's key. Yep.
Ah,
Now,
okay.
can you ID them? Which one's the G40? Which one's the high grade Universal Century? Which one's the Origin? Can you tell?
You can tell by the heads. I just can't
The
remember
legs
which
for
one
me.
was.
The legs, I think, give it away more. Go look at them.
Elbows. The elbows.
Yeah, yes. Elbows also. Elbows and forearms are also key.
If you notice that each face has a different width.
That
you're
that
right.
too. There's a bunch of different. Like that's how I know that they're 3 different ones. But
Yep. That's right.
offhand, the only one I can think of that maybe the middle one is the Origin one.
Nope. Middle one's the
No.
high grade Universal Century. So Origin's on the right. Did you see the shoulders?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
You're right.
Now check out the left. You see the G40 thinner waist,
Yep.
thicker thighs. Yep.
Yeah, it's behind the gun. I was thinking the middle one was the Origin for some reason because of the elbows.
I think it's because the high grade Revive has a little bit better details on the elbows than the original high grade.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Yep.
Oh, you're
yeah,
right.
yes.
Origin has the wrist guns. You're right.
That's correct. You see the wrist guns?
Yep, you're
and
right.
see, for me, I noticed from the shoulders on the right, it's the wrist guns. That's correct. Yep. So you could really tell that this is like, you build Gunpla for long enough, these little things pop out, and that was one of the things that popped out to me. It's like, check this out. I love everything about it. Whoever entered this, I just want you to know we noticed and we love it.
Indeed.
Yeah, real cool.
Indubitably.
Yep. So yeah, but you consider entry. We started to kind of break it down a little bit between composition and concept. Concept would sort of be like, consider the overall idea, the artistic direction and intention. Composition would then be the execution of that intention. And in order to really succeed in a case like this, you do need an overlapping of both. And this is a good example of when those two things overlap. You end up with a successful, they had a concept, they achieved the concept. The only potential concerns are it's a model kit contest. And so, we're judging based on model kit contest rules. But that, of course, will apply for any online contest, and it's always hard to communicate things via photos. That's another challenge that we've been facing in these post-apocalyptic times.
Yes,
I do want to say now that I'm looking at this, it's not overly complicated at all.
No, I love the simplicity.
It's so well done. It is extremely well communicated in the least complicated way possible.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It's so well done.
It makes my brain do the dopamine, and I like that.
There you go.
All right, well, then let's go to the next entry, which is
let's look at Blue Waltz. Let's take a look.
Oh,
at
no! Wait!
I can't wait for that one.
No, you want to go in order? Okay, let's.
I want to look at Jonlins.
Let's do it. Let's do Jonlins. So
let's see.
Speaking of dopamine,
you're about to see why I'm laughing. Just give it a second to load.
Yeah, speaking of dopamine, there's a dopamine situation. There's a potential glucose situation. There's something about Jonlin's builds that makes me want to eat them. Do you guys get that? Is it just me?
Yeah.
They very much look like candy.
Don't they?
They do. It is delicious looking. Oh my gosh.
I love this freaking thing. Like this is, it's the only 4-entry squad, but also take a look at those. Do you recognize the kit?
I just realized something.
The
yellow one is missing a hand.
Yep.
It is. Yep. Cool, huh?
It makes me, because it's left there with the circular almost. Yeah, it reminds me of Mega Man. I was just about to say.
It gives me, it reminds me of like an old Roman statue for some reason. There's just something about the artistic flair plus I don't know. It's really hard to describe this.
Well,
every piece is different.
So the hand got cut by a shepherd puppy.
No.
So concept for this one, and like the imagery of it, just amazing. I absolutely love the artisticness. Like this.
Yep.
This is art.
It makes me want a Jawbreaker. 112%.
Doesn't it?
I want to get a giant bloody Jawbreaker. Just start. Oh my gosh.
Johnlin, it's not just me. I'm telling you.
No.
It's an effect this has this effect on more than just me.
She's gonna end up making a Haro, and it's gonna have layers next time we see it.
And I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna find a way. I will find a way to eat that Haro.
It's time for Johnlin to start making candy.
The candy dots on the paper strips. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Oh yes.
The little candy buttons.
Yeah. You just tear them off, and then they're there. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, it's literally just sugar and like food coloring in a little blob on a strip of paper, and you end up eating. It's like half paper anyway when you like try to tear it off and eat it. But that's what these remind me of, is that just sugary sweetness. Just
all right. There's a pattern paint design that I want to point out here, and it's on the blue goof there, on the shield, and I'm pulling this image right out of the channel there. It's a nice sort of zoomed. I really, really like this pattern. It is well done. It is like pure marble. That's the only way that I can describe that. That entire pattern just reminds me of nothing but marble.
So I think, and I could be wrong on this because I'm not that familiar with these kits, but I believe that all three of the Zaku's are the same kit, and they're a very low grade Zaku. Are they first grade?
I think they're the first HG ones.
Got it. One of my favorite parts of this is the kits used are not kits that you would normally. I see the look at the leg cable. It's a different thickness than the others. Interesting. Okay, I'm seeing it now.
Yeah. The blue one and the red one, are those the not HGUC Zaku's, but the first Zaku's?
Nice.
Yeah, excellent. So this is the other interesting thing. You consider this actually sort of gets a little bit meta. So if you listen to our podcast, the Cutting Mat podcast, you will probably hear every time I say meta, you turn off the podcast, which I totally understand. But the real trick here is like we look at this, we see art, but we also start to think a bit more about the medium in general. What are we doing? Like, let's look at what we're doing here. We're building model kits of giant robots from a TV show. Like, just let that sink in for a minute, and then consider what Johnlin has done here. These are model kits of giant robots from a TV show that have looped back around to art. But the model kits that she chose to use look like, freaking, like two of these kits are so old. I think they're older than me, honestly. And I'm old as dirt. So like, here we are. And then the fourth kit is sort of just lording over the other ones with such an intricate looking shield. It's just every individual part of this thing tells a story. Every piece of the kit looks different. And I don't want to say there was no attempt here to make them look like robots, but they don't look like robots. And that's the whole point of the entry. And that's my favorite part of the entry,
Yeah, they look like statues. They look like candy.
Yeah.
They're definitely art.
It's having a hard time just uploading.
Oh yeah.
Right now, it just that it just doesn't want to upload that Sinanju.
I kind of get it because it has.
I could probably do it.
It's got every color of all time in it. So if you can kind of see from the first image, they're in the front skirts. Ah, there you go. Take a look at that shield. That shield is nuts. Hand painted, of course. And the front skirts look like some kind of galaxy. I just really like what's going on in this thing. And honestly, if I was if I was competing against this squad at some kind of build fighters meet, yeah, I would pee myself and run away. Sure, totally, right? It's terrifying. There's just something intimidating about seeing this whole thing put together.
I think that would probably be the difference between you and I. Like, even if I lose, going to a competition and seeing everyone's builds, I think that's where I get the most enjoyment. I appreciate people's creativity so much.
And
whenever I see Jonlyn build in this style, because she builds Haros.
Yep.
And every last one of them is just fantastic. I'm always in awe when I'm swiping through Instagram and I see something of hers pop up. Like, that, what was it? The Moist Haro?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, there's just so much artistic detail in each one of these kits, like, all over them. Like, they really are art pieces where, like, if these were statues in a museum, you'd be, like, walking around it and looking and, like, just taking in all of the little details and stuff to actually, like, comprehend the whole piece.
And it would take some time, honestly, to take in every detail as well. There's a lot here. Yep.
Actually, if we were just to talk about just even one of the Zaku's, like that red Zaku, like one side of it looks like it's literally a bacon strip, like that shield makes me hungry, and then the other side looks like it's a marbled jawbreaker, and it is. How do I word this in food terms? Both savory and sweet.
Is it? Candied bacon is a thing. Yep.
It is indeed.
That it is. Wow.
I think that we would spend way too much time trying to break this down.
Mm-hmm.
That maybe we should move on to the Blue Waltz if you guys are down for that.
Well, what do you think? I was thinking going the other entry first.
Sure, let's do the other entry first.
Which one was that?
That's Nixon's Hired Guns. So let's talk about Nixon's. Now we're actually gonna shift gears a lot here. In model kit contest, you kind of get two different entries. You get highly conceptual. You get things that don't look anything like realistic, and then occasionally you get things that look like they came right out of the battlefield itself.
I was afraid you were going to bring up Watergate. I got so concerned for a second.
What? Watergate? Hey, you keep your political secrets to yourself. Come on. What? Look,
continue, sorry.
I'm not a crook, and I'm not going to bring up Watergate. I'm instead going to bring up the fact that these kits tell a story. This, every individual kit, all three of these individual kits, and that giant gun that you see on that diorama base, all have their own backstory, their own field modifications, and it looks like they were hand painted by their pilots as well. It's just such a cool idea. It's like a World War II style mecha team.
This reminds me more of Warhammer than anything else. It really does.
Yeah.
I've also noticed that it looks like that the one on the left-hand side's given the bird.
That he is. Yep.
I don't think it looks like. I think it is.
Yep.
100%.
Hey,
that's a bird.
But can you blame them? Like, look at what these suits have been through. They've been potentially field modified. They've been repainted in camo that matches the terrain. A lot of them have some. There's battle damage on these things. They're all muddied up. Look at the feet. I'm impressed that the guy in the front is able to continue doing thumbs up after everything they've been through.
I'm impressed that the suit in the front keeps those cloth strips.
Yep.
Must replace them. Wow. Must replace them quite frequently.
Yep.
Now the base for these are all Death Army, right?
I believe they are. ... is right. It looks like they are.
Shoulders. Yes.
Yeah, so, but what about the heads?
Yep, I think they are almost entirely Death Army. So they're all. I say almost entirely because look at the giant gun on the forearm on the one on the left. I don't know. I can't place that giant Mega Man style blaster.
Is that from the Hygog?
No,
but it could. No, it looks like a Hygog missile pod, but I think it's something else.
It's the build divers. The black backpack kit, I believe.
Cool. Okay.
I think it's the leg from that.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yep.
The thing that looks like the Seravi Gundam.
Yeah. It's
the Seraphim backpack. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like it's rounded. It's it's not like squarey. Which is why it's the build divers. I think it's the leg from the build divers one.
With Jonlins, I was telling you that it reminded me of Mega Man. This one reminds me of Samus. Both cannon arms. I'm just bringing up those references there. Just two different.
Visor. Yep.
Yeah, the visor. Yeah, just all.
I'm actually gonna go look at the initial entry for this one.
Yeah, go take a look at the individuals. The individual photos are really cool. But the other cool thing is, if you look at the middle here...
I mean, the original entry to see what kits it was.
Oh, that's right, because we do have access to those, too. Also, I'm going to go ahead and there's a bunch of different angles here. I'm going to post all of them, because we got a lot of images on this one, and you can see how pretty nifty this is. I'm using a light wordage there when saying pretty nifty because this is ridiculously cool.
So, they are all three are
Death Armies.
Death Army, yep.
Yeah, but
a lot of other
stuff.
A lot of other stuff.
Oh, I believe it.
Looking at the original entry picture, there's a tub of other parts and a bag. A bag of MS Builders parts.
Of course. Yep. I thought so.
There is a lot. It's
so much fun to do that,
So I guess we get on this one picture, we get to see the zoom in head. And I don't know, is that Death Army or could that potentially be a gun cannon head?
Which one?
You posted
5 pictures.
The head on the very last one. Does that look like it's a gun cannon? That doesn't look like Death Army.
I think it's a Death Army with a different type of something's attached to the forehead there, and I don't even know what it is, but I think it makes the helmet look way cooler.
It is
like these are all the modifications they have done really make them look unique. Very different from each other, despite the fact they're all painted in the same camo pattern. Every suit has its own little personal touches that are presumably installed by the owners or operators of the suits, and the owners and operators are identified in that first photo, which is something else that I really appreciate. Because sometimes when you create these dioramas and you create these squads, you want to put them in a setting where they have, there are people involved, there are owners, there are some human element that's also involved in the armor. And I like that this builder included the names of the pilots for each suit. That's just such a cool addition. And it makes it seem more like it has a universe, like it fits somewhere,
Oh, yeah. And you had said it seems like World War II. I was thinking way more Vietnam.
Oh, yeah. I could see that with the camo-wrapped barrel on that machine gun. Yep.
Like giant sniper rifle down there. You can see it in the first multi-pictures I did there.
I can hear Fortunate Son now. I can hear it blasting through the speakers. Yep.
Yeah, like just this entry made me think of Apocalypse Now.
Mm-hmm. I can see that. Yeah. Cool. Man, yeah.
The kits all look very well made. Like, looking at the details and stuff, like very no real like seam lines. No nubs.
Yep, they're definitely clean. We scrutinize these photos a lot, and yeah, the build quality is very high on this thing.
Very clean builds that then were made to look very dirty. Like you had said, like they had been repainted in the field during combat and stuff. Like they're made to look used, like in service. Exactly. Vietnam, if the U.S. had 18-meter tall mechs.
Accurate. Yep.
I have a question, and it's on the center mech right here, and it's purely out of curiosity. Obviously, those are Sotheby funnels or something.
Well, they look like it, maybe.
Now, were they modified to be more like mines or grenades? Because if you notice, it doesn't have the fins that the funnels usually have. And if you watch any of the Gundam shows, with the space mines were just like explosives with like rockets on them, right?
Yep.
And that's what that reminds me of. Less of a funnel, more of a it's a mortars. Mortars would probably be.
They could just be grenades. That's what I was thinking of them as.
Yep.
Like you reach up, you grab it, and you throw it.
Yeah, that
like looking at the theme of everything else in the that's
gas grenades too. It could be gas grenades because of the different holes in it too. That could potentially be a thing too.
Could be signal grenades. You got a signal airstrike eventually, right? Yeah, so that could be.
Yeah, I was picturing them as reach up, grab one out, throw it.
Yeah, me too. Oh, for sure. Yep.
Whether
definitely.
It's explosion or smoke or whatever comes out of it. But yeah,
I love the fact that like
as funnels.
But just because just being able to imagine something like that gives it another layer of like cool. it's sort of realism, it's sci-fi realism, I guess. That's kind of what it is. Yeah, really cool.
I can actually see that Kefri or Kepri, however that's pronounced. The color scheme does resemble Gypsy Danger.
Ah, interesting.
But yeah, just the very clean build on this one, and then the attention to detail to make them look like beaten and used, like well used wartime ordnance. Just these are in use. These are very good conveyance of concept here.
At Dead Space. All right.
Dead Space.
Hey, I think we covered it. Honestly, like these look fantastic. But we do have one more entry.
Yes.
We do, the Blue Waltz.
Yep.
Team Blue Waltz.
So let's get the picture of the Blue Waltz in there.
Well, this is the entire one, and let me go grab the pictures of them individually, because I gotta be honest, one of these shines better than the rest conceptually.
Yep.
Well, get them ready, but don't dump them in yet, so that we can.
I won't dump them in yet.
We can talk about the group picture, and then we can go into detail like we did with the rest.
So the first thing that I look for when I judge Gunpla is where do these parts come from? And I can tell you from looking at this thing that the parts on these kits come from basically everywhere. And I love how cohesive they look when they've been installed onto these frames. And there's just something about these frames when you place them next to each other that makes me feel like this team has all its bases covered. You've got some kind of high mobility flying thing. You've got what is potentially a heavy weapon, gun and missile covered guy, and then you've got a close quarters combat, heavily armored fellow. Pieces from all types of different ranges. You've got seed pieces. You've got your IBO pieces from high grade and from all sorts of different high grade and option lines. And I think one of the coolest things about it is just the way that the colors tie the whole thing together.
Oh yeah,
it's a team. It's a team.
Yeah,
I need to be corrected here for a second if I'm wrong, and this was me just throwing out a guess. But is that the P Bandai Wyndham as a base that they're using for the middle one there? It looks like it.
I wasn't aware there was a P Bandai Wyndham, but there could be.
I thought it was only P Bandai.
It does look like it. I can check again.
Oh.
It looks like a Wyndham, and it looks that kit for base I think is a great option. Mm-hmm. Is a great option. The Wyndham is a beautifully designed mobile suit.
So there is a non P Bandai Wyndham. There's a regular there is a regular release.
Yeah, there is a regular one.
I think it's the regular one, but look at those feet. Where I can't place the feet.
That one is from the...
Maybe I should say the landing gear, right? Those aren't feet. That's landing gear.
Those are claws.
Yeah, the little things like that. Like, why would a flying mobile suit have feet? It doesn't need them. It's not going to use them, right? It needs landing gear. But you look at something like that. You look at something like the IBO cannons that cover this, Buster Gundam looking thing. It's just all of the blues, multiple different blues, in case you haven't noticed, multiple blues, multiple grays. The yellow just perfectly highlights those. You love to see it. This is the kind of thing that, if you're looking at it like a Gundam Builders battle or Gundam Builders tournament from one of the TV shows, this is what you expect to see.
So those parts there, those from the arms that are holding the guns, that's a Powered Arms Builders pack, I think. Am I saying that right?
Yeah,
I think so. I think it's
Powered Arms, whatever it's called.
Powered Arms?
Yeah.
I know one of them has literally the word arms twice in a row.
They're arms. Don't you understand? It's they allowed a seal to name those. Arm.
That's that one.
Arms.
Arms. Powered arms. I think it's really good application of that. The ones that are holding the over-the-shoulder cannons, though, what are those from? Those are...
It's probably from the same one. Remember, the Powered Arms comes with many different ones, so it could potentially be from the same one.
Oh man, I could have sworn I'm not recalling it off the top of my head, but I just love to see all these different parts together. After a while, when you build Gunpla for a long time, you end up with these huge parts boxes, and then you start putting in things like this. I just think it's really cool. The color selection was great.
Wyndham. The one on the left is a Wyndham. The one in the middle is a Wyndham.
There we go.
Yep.
Not the one on the left. With the Strike Rouge backpack.
Yep.
Very nice.
Okay, I see that. Yep, that's real cool.
And Seal Nova black high mobility parts, I believe.
Huh. Interesting.
Very cool.
Yep.
And then the one on the left is a Buster for the base.
It's just a regular Buster, right?
Yeah.
It's not the Verde. Okay.
Yeah, no, just HG Buster Gundam, HG Seed. And yeah, those are powered arms.
Powered arms.
Those aren't in the picture. But yeah, those are powered arms, and then like I don't know, those weapons are from a few different places. And the one on the right is one of the Zaku's from Seed, I think.
Yeah, I think it is.
Zaku Warrior, and it's got a
with the head.
That head is from the NPC from Build Divers.
And the backpack is the
Kamaris, and then the shield is from the Kamaris backpack. You've got the sword from the IBO Gray's ground type. It's just so many different parts all combined together to make something cohesive. You love to see it. Like,
is the shield the Strike Rouge's shield? Because that looks like a Seed shield.
It looks like
it's definitely shield. A Seed shield. It's one of the strikes probably. I'm not so good at Seed. I can't identify all those.
Yeah, it's definitely not its original shield though, because the original shield has spikes on it.
That's right.
That's definitely that's either like it could even be a stray shield.
Could be. Yeah, it could be.
It looks like it could be in a stray shield, or it could be a strike shield.
Yep.
It's probably the Strike Rouge's shield.
It may be.
After looking at this closer, I think when you take a look at all the parts put onto that Zaku base, it meshes very well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, these are all put together very well. They do not look like just stuff slapped together. These were planned. The build quality on these is also quite good.
Yep, definitely like to see that.
Yes, it's definitely not a Freedom Shield.
No, it's not.
Yeah, no, it's either in a stray shield or a strike shield.
Yeah. Yep, I think so.
No.
But these are just such, basically when you look at all the entries to a contest, you kind of get a feel for not only the way the rules of the contest were interpreted, but you also sort of get a feel for the community that's entering the contest. And I think what we're looking at here is a community which understood this contest to be, about putting together a cohesive Gunpla team that looks like they go together, that is something that nobody's ever seen before, that, is highly creative, and to use the old adage, uses that saying that Gunpla is freedom. As much as I really hate the cliche, I think it's true in this case. So great job to all the entries. I'm super impressed by all of this stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. All of the entries were very impressive, and we deliberated quite a bit.
I mean, hell, Joel and I got into a fight over this. We were on his front line, throwing punches, and we knocked over his plastic jack-o'-lantern on his front porch, and I had to buy him a new one.
You got to remind him it's only August. It's not time for Halloween. Come on now.
Hey, that jack-o'-lantern is there all the time.
That's it. Halloween is 24/7.
Oh,
hey,
no.
Halloween is a forever holiday. Look, hey, you come over here and say that. You know where I live. And if you don't...
Oh, I don't, but it's okay.
Oh, good. If you don't know where I live, then you come over here and say that.
And just the picture of you and Joel fighting on the front lawn, I can picture it because so. it just feels like something that would have actually happened.
Yep.
Like not an actual knockdown fist fight, just yelling on the front lawn about Gundam models.
Look, it's happened before, but usually instead of happening on Joel's front lawn, it happens over Discord. So that's what usually ends up. It's like the front lawn of the internet, effectively. It's a good time. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Thanks a lot for coming. We're done judging. We're just gonna. Hey, did we forgot to do something, didn't we?
Yeah. We still need to announce who won.
Oh. Yeah, but is anybody here to hear that?
John's here.
One person who entered is here.
Okay. Hey. Well,
Unless, wait. I mean, there are other people here who can hear
How
it.
do you view this again? There we go.
What do you... Don't do anything.
No, viewing who's in the audience, that's all.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait,
Yeah.
don't do anything.
No, I just need to view who's in the audience.
everyone, the entire server is here today to hear us.
All right.
Oh.
Where
So I
was
wanna,
this final thing? I just want to like make
so
sure.
here's the way I think we need to do this. I want to talk about the winners, and I want to talk about basically all of these entries were freaking fantastic. It was very difficult to choose winners, and honestly, I'm being honest whenever I say that, because I joke about Joel and I fighting over winners, but we actually did have a pretty complex argument just trying to decide who gets first through third, let alone what order they go in. Great job to everyone who entered. If you do not place in this contest, do not be discouraged, because seriously, everything is good. Please enter future contests, not only here but also everywhere that you can find them, because contests are fun. You don't have to win them to have fun.
Right.
At least I think
Exactly.
so.
Yeah. The journey is more than the destination.
If you don't take away, a prize, you at least take away, learning some stuff. Building your kit, going out, seeing other people's kits, and being like, hey, I want to try that next time, and then definitely do it up. Remember, a contest isn't the end; it's literally just somewhere in the middle.
Very true.
The middle is a good way to think about that. Yep.
Yeah, I can't say the beginning because you've already built a kit. You've
you've already started. You've already started.
And I can't say do it badly, because that doesn't really apply to a contest. You don't want to do that for a contest.
You just want to do it.
Guys, it doesn't work. This is the place where it doesn't work.
All the way across the room?
How many t-shirts did you order?
What?
Why are you across the room?
Actually, it does apply here. I was just, I've been informed by my agent that do it badly applies everywhere.
I was like, wait, did he forget to mute and something else is going on? What happened?
Oh boy. So many do it badly t-shirts. Yeah, we're a little bit in the hole here, you guys. Yeah, just do it badly all over the internet, wherever you happen to be. So, how about those winners?
Well, before we announce the winners, I want to say that this has been being recorded. It will go up on YouTube for other people to listen to. They won't have the visuals, I don't think, unless somebody wants to edit in pictures as we're talking about them, but I was just going to throw the audio up. For the people who couldn't be here, because there are people from all around the world in this community.
And of course, it'll be linked to all our social medias, so don't worry if you can't find it.
So, yeah.
Yep.
On that note,
drum roll.
Drum roll. Okay. No drum roll. I don't want to hurt my fingers. My precious fingies.
Precious fingies. Now keep those fingies safe. Yep.
All right. So we should third place. I want to make sure. Real quick. Because these were your words. Just this is what we agreed on before
You mean there was a script this whole time? Why didn't anybody tell me?
Hang on, you weren't reading from the script? What? Hey, he wasn't reading from the script. That's not fair.
Oh man.
You made me read from the script.
That's 1, 2, 3 in that order, right? That's the way we.
You are correct. That is
okay.
It.
All right. So
Very
third
good.
place.
Third place.
Third place goes to Nixon's Hired Guns.
Nixon's Hired Guns, the most World War II gun plus squad I have ever seen that may also apply to Vietnam.
And Warhammer 30K.
And honestly, fantastic job. Nixon's Hired Guns, just so grimy, so field modified. really awesome.
Okay, and then
second place
goes to I believe the entry was actually called Primoris. And the entry wasn't just called Jonlin. That's what I had it labeled in
the candy shop. The candy shop one. There we go.
Right.
One of the entries was made entirely out of Jawbreakers.
It goes to Jonlin, but I had it listed as Jonlin because I didn't type out the actual name of the entry. So it shouldn't have just said Jonlin on the picture.
Jonlin confirms that we can call it whatever we want by saying
Hey!
Hey!
But the actual name of the squad was it just Primoris or Primoris Squad, Jonlin?
But here's the thing, while she's confirming the name of the squad, I did want to just reiterate that the reason why this squad placed second, and the reason why we placed it so highly was just because this made it's something that has been done with Gunpla in the medium that expands our minds and makes me think that it could be something more than what it is, and I just love that. It creates a new meta for this hobby. It's a meta. It's so meta, even this metaphor.
Art. The metaphor?
The meta metaphor. This metaphor. What's a metaphor?
Gunpla as
Army confused.
Gunpla as canvas for art. A new meta.
There you go.
That's it.
And that's Jonlin's whole bag.
That is absolutely Jonlin's whole bag.
Model kits as canvas for art.
And I will eat one of her kits someday. I'll find a way.
I'll just go steal one.
If you steal one
while she's sleeping.
Look, oh boy, I'm gonna have to eat it, aren't I? Well,
yeah, you'll have to eat it.
I will. There will be no choice. If it's in front of me, I'm going to eat it. So
don't touch her horde, she says.
I'll steal the moist haro for you to eat.
That was the one I didn't want to eat. But it's fine. I'll eat it. That's cool. I don't care. Look, I got low standards. Except for the standards that we all decided on for the first place, the winner of the Super Squads contest. Which I think the first place goes to the entry that we thought most embodied the concept of the Gunpla squad. It had everything we expected to see and more, and it was executed very cleanly. Silverstray, I'll let you.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you were gonna. I didn't know if you were gonna continue there. I was gonna.
That's right. This is a little bit behind the scenes. You can see how this is how the sausage is made. I was hoping that he would pick up.
I was about to, but then I didn't want to talk over you if you were gonna continue, because it sounded like you were just pausing for a dramatic effect.
And not just social awkwardness. Okay.
It wasn't. I was just vamping, man. It wasn't even social awkwardness. It was a alley oop. I did the alley. I'm waiting for the oop. Let's get this oop.
No, the oop is already missed. And I oop.
More like an oops. It's an oops, really.
It's already out of bounds. Just say the damn name.
Oh, dear God.
First place goes to Team Blue Waltz.
Nice.
Blue
Waltz. It is a fantastic example of what Gunpla can be, what it has been in the past, and also you put a bunch of parts together in the right order and you get something that just looks real cool. Very well done on that one.
It looks amazing. It really does. That build was just super cool, both individually and separately as a squad, or separately as individuals and together as a squad. What are words?
What am in English?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out tonight. This is Social Awkward Guy. That was Sir Great Beards a lot, and then the Seth MacFarlane of Gunpla. Ladies and gentlemen,
separately as individuals.
Hey,
oh my God,
we're kind of like a squad in that way. How about that? Huh.
There we go.
Hey, oh boy.
man.
Ah.
Is that it?
Yeah,
We've
we've announced it.
Or do we go ahead and
We
sneak
should
peek our next event?
We
I actually
will.
would like to. Can we take some questions from the audience?
Yeah, I mean, if
Yeah.
anyone wants to ask anything, I was to say we'll reach out to the winners.
Yep.
About prizes. Soon. Soon.
June.
We don't.
Probably before the end of the month.
Yeah, definitely before the end of the month, but soon. I don't think we have a plan for a next contest as of yet.
No, but we do have a
Next
next
event.
event.
Zeke had something.
I do.
Go ahead.
We are going to be going October, the entire month. I will be setting up, talking to different streamers, and we're going to be doing our Build for the Children event for the second time. This
Awesome.
time it's going to be a lot more coordinated. I'm going to be sending out emails tomorrow. We still have stickers left over from the event. They're pretty cool. I learned a lot from the last time we did it, and I will take every single mess up that went down. That was on me, but now I know how to fix it. We did last year raise $1,500 for St. Jude. It was $1,500, right?
Yeah, dude, that's great.
And that was only for a week. So now we're going to extend that to a month.
So if you scale it up and it goes exponential, you should raise $4 trillion.
Yes.
6,000.
It is a Gunpla building charity event for. We did St. Jude's last time, and I think if we can still do St. Jude's, we definitely will. But
we can definitely do St. Jude's again. They have no qualms.
Yep.
Oh, I know. No, it's probably not an issue, but I want to figure out a way to get that to not be as messed up as it was logistics wise.
Yeah.
I'm sure by just sending out an email they can help me with it, right?
Yeah.
There we go. I got my answer.
St. Jude's
Please look.
Sent me a button. Like a Staples Easy button.
Oh, cool.
That has the St. Jude's logo on it. That does this. It So I'll be using that on when I stream for this event. When somebody donates, I'll press that.
That is wonderful.
The event will be starting October 1st. I will have everything all set up. I will send out emails. I'm going to be talking with streamers on our content creators team. I will also be. I don't know what I just got linked at. I will be sending emails out, talking with people. I know I'm probably going to be bugging Johnlin very, very soon. Very, very, very soon.
All right, we don't have to go into logistics on this, but yes.
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 Did anyone in the audience have any questions about the judging, the current contest?
Hopes, dreams, fears, thoughts about sporting events, ideas for future cooking shows related to Gundam.
Questions about paint.
Oh, Smash is here. I don't think you were here when we were speaking about your entry, so you're going to have to wait until it gets uploaded and to see that part.
But I can tell you, fantastic job. That thing looks real cool. Real cool squad.
Yeah.
8th MS team. Hey, I'm not seeing any questions. That's good. That means that we covered everything. We covered literally everything.
Wait, we had a kitchen sink in this?
Yes.
There we go.
You're not wrong.
Zeke's gonna bug you, but that's about something else. I will say, the next seeing Jonathan said, hope we all do this again. The next contest we do will probably You can quote me on this, but seeing it's not a definite, will probably be Cannon Fodder Part 2.
Oh yeah.
Did we discuss the particulars about that yet?
Nope. There's no particulars, no definites, nothing. It just that's I'm pretty sure that's what we want to do for the next build contest. Is Cannon Fodder Part 2.
Okay.
Or Part 2.
Part 2.
Like
hey,
like Hot Shots.
Yes, Hot Shots Part 2. Yeah, wonderful. I did want to thank you guys for allowing me to be kind of a guest judge on this thing. This was super fun. I'm hoping to do it again sometime, but hey, these online contests are great. I love them.
Yeah, if you don't want to enter, feel free to judge.
Let's we'll talk. We'll talk. If it's Cannon Fodder, I might need to enter.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I asked around before this started who wanted to be judges.
Yeah, that one's Cannon Fodder's kind of my thing, so we might be competing.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's it for us. Why don't you all have a wonderful night, and we'll see you next time.
Yep. Peace out, dudes.